Movies. 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 Movies.
Welcome to the Movies podcast. Here with me, we have the same guests every single time, and they've watched. No. We shouldn't use the word watched. They've endured two of the worst movies that anybody has ever seen.
Would you say the worst? Come on, it wasn't that bad.
These movies, they're like a downer for me because I guess let's start at Avatar since it has the most substance.
Hold on, hon. You're getting ahead of yourself. We haven't introduced people yet. Let's just real quick. We're reviewing on movies because the wheel. We're reviewing Disaster Movie and Last Airbender. We always have the wheel determine our movies, and our host has always me, Morgan. Carlos over there. Hey, Carlos.
I'm a doggy.
And Matt over there, the CEO of Airplanes. Okay, now let's get to talking about Disaster Movie and Airbender.
Airbender.
Well, sorry, I just had a cat puke behind me. That's why I was hesitating for 2 seconds.
Okay, so I guess Airbender has the most substance here. I want to know, have any of you watched the original Avatar Airbender series, The Last Airbender?
Yes.
You have?
I have as well.
I've watched it within the past 3 years as well.
Oh, really?
Yep, same.
Have you guys seen the new show that just came out?
Not yet.
I only watched them because ER kept on making Legend of Korra videos, and I was curious on how good it was, how bad it was.
What? That's why you watched the OG Airbender show?
Yeah, Avatar Airbender. Wow. Yeah, that's the reason. So this movie was it's hard to talk about because there's things I kind of like, but the rest of it is just trash. For example, the acting is boring and dull, and nobody has any personalities, or they've had their personalities stripped away from the show and essentially put into this overly epic world of just, bullshit.
Hey, why did you want to start with The Last Airbender? Was that the more intriguing of these two for you?
I do think we have more to talk about The Last Airbender.
I don't really care either way. I'm just like, what gravitated to you to The Last Airbender? Is it because this one's like the slightly better one? It's the only one that's watchable of these two?
Because Disaster Movie doesn't care that it's a movie. It doesn't.
Oh, God. This was painful. I had a stroke watching Disaster Movie. God, you're right.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't deserve to be called a movie. It only got released in theaters, and that's everything about it. That's the movie aspect about it.
Hey, it has Ike Barinholtz.
You could step away for a couple weeks after watching one scene and watch the next scene, and you would not misremember the plot or what's going on.
Was there a plot?
Yes.
Okay, fine. There was a vague plot.
No. It's not vague. It's not vague. It's a direct parody of like every popular movie from 2008.
Okay, yeah, that's fair, but there's no fucking... Where's the Disaster Movie? I kept thinking they would start parodying, like, Cloverfield or something, but they didn't parody a single disaster movie in a disaster movie.
The plot. They parodied the plot of Cloverfield, which is funny. That's so funny.
I thought it was supposed to be Cloverfield because of how they were moving and how the newscaster was announcing to them.
Yeah, where they have the party and then the radio just comes on and they're like, "Oh, that there's a monster and everything." I guess
it also seemed like a 2009 parody because they said how it's a prophecy from 10,001 BC.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the movie? Wait, what, 2009? What do you mean?
I just remembered
10,000 BC.
This movie. No, this
A
movie
disaster.
was released before 2012 when everybody was saying, the world was going to
Oh,
end, right?
2012. I forgot. I
Wait,
forgot
hold
that's
on.
what it
Yeah,
was.
and so was that a part of it? I don't remember. It just said that was the
No.
end of the world for some
I
reason.
just thought there was
I
one
thought it was
scene
being
where there
smart.
was a big ice storm, and so I thought it was related to that because it's just like
Oh,
natural
I
disaster
think you
type
gotta.
10,000
movie.
BC is a disaster movie?
No, the day
No.
the world stood still or something. What is it? The
Oh,
day the
that's what
earth
it
stood
was,
still.
huh?
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah,
why did
that
it
one.
That makes
intro
sense.
with 10,001 BC then? I was so lost
Because
about
funny
that
dream
bit.
sequence. Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse funny.
Amy
That
Winehouse.
was
I fucked Amy Winehouse. You know that song at the end? That was the best part.
I really like the
She
song
drinks
at the end.
gasoline. Oh, that was that was. What are you talking about? You like that song at the end?
The song at the end when the high school musical
Yes, I
teenagers
know
were
about
like,
it. I am aware
yeah,
of the song. How
yeah,
did you
that shit
like
was,
it? That
I
shit
don't
was
know, it was
fire. I
enjoyable,
fucked
fire.
that guy. I fucked Batman. I
It
fucked
was
Hulk.
funny.
Hold on,
It
Carlos.
was just
Explain the end scene for an audience who may have not seen this movie, considering it is the lowest reviewed movie on every site
okay.
ever.
So the end scene happens like right after they finish the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull parody,
I forgot about
and
that.
the main guy. Yeah, like they also hold the Crystal Skull throughout the whole movie, so it's kind of tied around that plot too.
They hold it in
Yeah.
her
But
pussy in most scenes.
they do hold it in her pussy, and with that pussy skull, I don't know, he puts it on the fucking stand, and he starts singing about how he fucked his girlfriend and how she sings about how she fucked Flava Flav or something. And they just keep going with like every character that was in the show movie. And it was, I don't know, dude. I was just like, this is funny. The songs,
It's the same ending
this
as Sausage Party.
I haven't watched
Oh,
Sausage Party.
that's a great comp. That's a great comp. Yeah,
S- Sausage
these are
Party
very
ended with
similar.
all the grocery store products fucking each other, and they're like, "Yeah, we're fucking," and that's the end scene.
Nice. I
So
should have
yeah,
watched that.
See, it's funny because sex, which is it that really hits hard for me. Sex is funny in in,
Sex
in a lot
is
of
humor.
ways because dick goes in pussy. You're gonna have to censor that. You're gonna have to cut that one out.
isn't this
No, you don't.
franchise? People actually found these parody movies very funny at one point, and like, what the fuck happened? Like, I've seen the
Yeah,
classics, but Jesus Christ.
so I was thinking when I was watching this that I was getting into epic movie for some reason, and I was pretty
Uh,
excited. Disaster movie is not as good as I remember epic movie being, though.
It's also not as good as the original Scary Movie,
yeah,
and
well, yeah,
I'll
okay.
stand by that. I'll stand by that because I feel like Scary Movie was really at least good enough to be, considered a good parody of a lot of those Scream movies or whatever,
I
whatever they
don't
call them,
think that's
Scream.
that
Slasher.
quite. I don't think that's
Yeah,
quite controversial of a take to say that's better. I'm not gonna lie. I think most people would agree with that statement. The question more would be like, were the newer ones like Vampire Suck or the Starving Games or Super Fast or Meet the Spartans better than Disaster Movie?
I think
Um, Meet the
no.
Spartans might be better, just because it's more focused on the general plot of 300, so it's easier to follow along.
I'm not gonna lie.
Firstly,
I do kind of miss when these were coming out yearly and they were making money at the box office. I mean, you look at fucking Disaster Movie, it had a budget of $20 million and box office, oh, never mind, that one did bad. 35 million, so they've lost money once you take into account shit. But Vampires Suck, you look at it, it's like 20 million budget and then 85 million at the box office. People were eating this shit up of about 2 decades ago.
everybody hated Twilight is why, bro.
And also, nobody was watching sequels at that point, so they were parodying original movies, and that's also a part of this. You can't parody sequels as well, right? So if you have a bunch of like MCU universes, you can't immediately just keep doing parodies on it because these movies are already derivative of themselves. So I think that it died in that way a little bit. What I wanted to say was these types of movies were just a continuation of what they were doing, with Airplanes or Naked Gun and on all of those kinds of movies, right? And that genre of comedy movies where it just inserts lots of crude references and jokes, it kind of died out mostly because of what Disaster Movie has done.
Yeah.
Yo, so I have a question. Going with that, like, do you guys find novelty in recognizing all the references and the parodies while you're watching
Yeah,
movies
some.
like this?
I guess it's like it's literally what everyone talks about Family Guy cutaways has, where I just sit there, I'm like, what is this? What is the bit here? And then it's like, oh, that's the bit. That's not funny. But then you realize what the reference is, and it's just painful. Hey, also, I was gonna say to what Matt was saying, how it's a continuation of that like Airplanes, Naked Gun era of movies. You can even look at it with like, was it Scary Movie 4 or Scary? Actually, oh yeah, Scary Movie 3. They even had Leslie Nielsen, so it like, and I think that was one of his last movies too. So that it is literally a direct continuation, but it just went so far off the hill. Like, Jesus
And that's
Christ.
okay. 100%. It's only because of the presentation. When you had Scary Movie release, when you had all these classics release, they had the presentation of what they are parodying accurate to what it would have been in directing and acting and how it's shot and photography and the cinematography and everything was supposed to be accurate to what it was trying to parody. This did not. There was no presentation. It's basically filmed in an apartment or in a street with barely. It's so bright out. There's you can see basically
What?
everything. So how
You
are
didn't
you
like
even supposed to be scared of it?
The party
the
scene
night
was
at the museum?
Oh my
Was
god.
the worst scene I've ever.
Fucking
It's so horrible. It's so brightly lit. I don't know how they
The
are
party
partying in
scene
any way.
was the brightest party scene I've ever seen in a movie. So, hey,
what?
I just sent you guys a picture, but even though we say Leslie Nielsen was in the later ones, I'm not that doesn't mean they should be held to high regards considering he's in shit like this. This was one of his last movies, a Spanish
Holy
movie.
mother!
Here, I'll put it on screen. Let's
I
see.
don't recognize anything except the Pan's Labyrinth guy.
The Pan's Labyrinth guy. Which one's
Yeah, the
that?
bottom right. The
Okay.
bottom right. That's the satyr from Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh my gosh, can I get this
I
up?
don't know what the Spanish guy with the sword is supposed to be. Is that supposed to be like a parody of like a,
Inigo Montoya?
yeah, or
I don't know.
fucking
He has a
God,
big hat.
Three
Zorro?
Musketeers or something? Zorro. It could have been. It could be anything. Nothing. This is
Yeah,
This is
so
something.
towards the end of his
Hey,
career, he was in a lot of shit. He was in 2001: A
Morgan.
Space Travesty too.
Morgan, you gotta tell me.
Uh
When Juno is in that fight scene
huh.
with Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City.
Uh
Did you recognize the Zohan reference?
huh. No, I didn't. I think I missed it. I don't even remember that
See,
scene.
I, I thought you would appreciate it because you finally watched the Zohan. It's
Dude,
one of my favorite Zohan jokes.
I caught the Love
Eh,
Guru reference.
God, that like the Love Guru is funny, but it's so just raunchy and simple.
Yeah.
Um,
I honestly, really, I had to look away at every moment with Elliot Page because this movie was misgendering Elliot Page. Every time Elliot
no,
Page has Juno.
Juno, the actress, the
Elliot
character,
Page.
Juno,
Elliot
the
Page. Every
Juno
time Elliot
character.
Page showed up, every time
It
Juno
was
showed up, it was
hilarious.
so
Juno was the best
impossible.
character.
No, it
Juno
was
was my favorite character.
it was
She was
unlistenable.
hilarious.
It was
Dude,
unlistenable.
I you're
She-
you're tweaking harder than a crackhead at an Iggy Pop show in '73. That's a
She-
Juno line.
I don't even know, man. It's just, what am I supposed to talk about with this?
Like Dolph Lundgren in Rocky 4. I must break you. That's the Juno line when she's fighting Carrie Bradshaw.
Should we have reviewed Kung Fu Panda 4 instead? Or one the Alvin
Oh
and the
my god!
Chipmunks?
Can we talk about the Kung Fu Panda?
Yes, let's talk
Can we
about.
can we outlaw the
Because-
punishment wheel? Because can we outlaw it? We've endured this. This is too much.
No,
I-
I have a
I
lot to
enjoy
say
it.
on this. This is a very fascinating movie to look at.
We have a good amount of shit here.
Yeah, okay.
Because Kung Fu Panda, I'm gonna say the dub was very bad. But
Yeah.
the suit, it looked terrible, the suit, but for some reason the face looked like they added some special effects that made it extra unnatural.
They did the
Am
same
I
thing with
crazy?
Alvin and the Chipmunks. When Alvin and the Chipmunks
But
were
it's-
eating everyone's testicles and pussies. That was such a funny bit.
Yeah, but no, I feel like the Alvin stuff was easier because they were like actually puppets.
Uh-huh.
The fact that Poe was a person in a bodysuit, and there was something disturbing about his face.
Yeah, it was
But-
a little off-putting.
How
Something
did you guys like
sinister.
the action? I kind of like the action in this more than in Avatar.
Like the 3-minute burping scene? Is that what you mean by action? What action? Batman being
Fucking-
dragged?
They fight Carrie Bradshaw, and I don't. Fuck, dude.
And they
I
fight the Twister. They fight
They
the
fight
Twister,
the Twister.
and a cow comes and hits one of the superheroes. And
They have
that's
to.
That's some of
They
my
have to
favorite
do that
action.
step up. They have to do that step up parody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hey, did you guys like
The
Kim
game.
Kardashian? This is the only movie Kim Kardashian's been a main, lead in.
Who was she?
She
I-
was
I
the
don't
black
recognize-
chick in the 4 main group. She was one of the 4 main characters. There
Oh,
was
I
the
did
4
not
main
recognize her
characters.
at all.
she's the one that died.
Yeah, she
She
gets.
looked like a bimbo.
She's
I didn't recognize her.
Yeah, it's Kim
All the women
Kardashian.
All the women in this movie look like bimbos. I don't know how they do it.
I mean, well, yeah, it's got to be hot for the retard, 50-year-old man in the audience.
Yeah, but bimbos aren't hot. I don't know. They've never been hot.
Well,
Who
What,
have they
you don't
been
like
hot
bimbos?
to ever? Bimbos have never
This guy
been
doesn't
hot.
like bimbos.
Think of the audience for this movie.
They don't like that. They clearly didn't like it. Nobody liked it.
Hey, you guys-
Bimbofication for every character, please.
You guys like Justin Timberlake's performance in this?
Man,
thought-
can
I
we
thought you
say
was-
how the lookalikes did not really look alike? And I wonder if they did that on purpose.
No, they didn't. They had no money. They didn't even try. They definitely did not fucking care. Juno looked
Did
like
they
a
return?
50-year-old fucking old lady.
Did they at least get to return all their costumes to Halloween City?
Oh my god. Wow. Hey, did the Alvin and the Chipmunks make you laugh, Matt? Because you like metal when they're biting people's balls off and they're
No.
doing metal?
No, I felt no pleasure. I felt no
Did
pleasure
you
with that. I was
recognize
watching
the
it.
song?
No, it's not a real song. I don't know what song they're talking about. It doesn't sound like metal to me. I was playing it on even 2x speed. That was not metal BPM. That was not metal beats. That was just lame and stupid. Just like everything else in this movie. It was lame and stupid. But I think that's the point. And,
Hey, did you guys?
That's why I like this movie so much.
Yeah.
What do you think the dream sequences were lame and stupid though?
What were the
Yeah.
dream sequences? I don't even remember
Like
those.
in the beginning with 10,001,
Oh,
those
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
thought
even
the
process those.
The jokes were fantastic. When he falls into the poop, oh man, I laughed my
The
ass off.
3-minute Amy Winehouse burp scene, she's going on him for like 4 minutes straight. Funny.
yeah,
She's
the Amy
ugly and
Winehouse.
disgusting. That's
Hey,
beautiful.
hey! Amy Winehouse died like a couple months after this movie, so
But
Oh, so it wasn't as mean as I thought because she was still alive.
no, they killed her. She probably watched this, and that's what made her keep drinking. This movie killed her.
No.
Disaster
Oh
movie killed
no.
Amy Winehouse. Can that be the title
Don't
of the
say
episode?
that.
mhm.
I guess it could be.
Hey,
No, the
Carlos.
title of this episode is I watched these punishment wheel videos and all I got was this stupid podcast.
That's a good one.
Hey, Carlos. I'm assuming you did laugh at this movie. What parts made you laugh? Because I wrote down the 4 parts where I laughed.
Let's see. I'm gonna say, "Get back here, you whore," when Dr. Phil is in the party and he's telling the main character how to get pussy or
Yeah,
whatever.
that was good. That was good. I
That
I
liked
was
that
didn't.
one.
I
funny.
don't remember that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I can't remember. He's like, "Yeah, I'm great at picking up chicks. Get over here, you whore." Um, and then Juno, dude, I just thought Juno was funny. Like, I haven't watched the movie in a few years, but just how they copied her cadence in speech, and they got um like her mannerisms were very exaggerated, and she kept repeating them, which
Mm.
made it funnier for me. Like once I noticed, I think she only starts at like halfway through the movie.
Yeah, that's when she
Um,
becomes a main character with like the Jumanji ass gang with the black guy, Kim Kardashian, and the main guy. Hey, you know what
yeah.
though with Juno? I've never seen Juno, but I've been watching a lot of the writer of Juno's Diablo Cody. I don't know much about her, but I've watched 2 of her movies in the past week, Lisa Frankenstein and Jennifer's Body. And the
Oh wow.
writing style is kind of really similar. I get the bit just from seeing her other movies.
I Yeah, I thought that all of the stupid fucking one-liners were good too. Like I mentioned a couple. The Zohan scene where he
Mm.
says, "This is my foot. This is my baby's foot. Taste it." You know, that shit's just too funny for me.
Yes, I guffawed when that happened. I guffawed.
Yeah, because I love the Zohan. I think the Zohan is hilarious, bro.
It
But
just
Hancock, they also had that Hancock scene where the kid's like, "Get off your fucking ass and save the day" or something. I thought that was funny.
hmm
Um,
Hey, you guys know Aaron Sorkin?
yeah, but is he a director?
He is now,
Producer?
but he was initially a writer, and he was kind of known for being similar to like that actual Juno writing, but smarter. For example, he wrote The Social Network, Moneyball, and Steve Jobs, where it's a very unhuman way they talk throughout the movie, and I'll be honest, the Juno parody felt like closer to a parody of Aaron Sorkin's writing than actually Juno.
Hmm.
You've seen Moneyball, right, Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of know Social Network and Moneyball, where they talk like in these parables where it all ties well together at the end. It doesn't like get into it gets into a lot of like weird diatribes, almost Kevin Smith
Hmm.
like. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sorry to off track you, but what other bits did
No.
you have that made you laugh?
Um. Oh, the this the enchanted bitch was also really funny.
Oh God, yeah, okay. See,
Like,
that's how you know how outdated this fucking movie is. Nobody remembers Enchanted from 2008.
I remember that movie.
Well, I love that movie.
Okay, but you grew up in that period. It's not. It has no cultural footprint in current day at all.
I've heard good things about it though.
I'm gonna post TikTok clips of Enchanted,
Yeah.
of the Enchanted
But-
movie, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be wrong in it.
Oh shit! No,
days.
never mind. A sequel came out a year ago. Damn, I didn't know that.
nice.
It was a Disney Plus
Oh
original.
damn! Get dunked on,
Classic.
idiot! Get dunked on.
Wow,
Boom!
Disney Plus original
Yeah.
movies are so classy.
The scene where she eats the glass and she has the broken glass slippers, and the
Yeah.
scene where she's talking about drugs.
You know
Yeah, how
what?
she's
You've
a crack
passed
addict.
all the points that made me laugh. The one scene that made me laugh hysterically and thought I may enjoy the movie because of it is Flava Flav.
Flava Flav was funny at the beginning.
He's like,
when he's
yeah,
speaking
boy.
with his-
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I love Flava Flav.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like P Diddy.
I
where
like
he,
the McLovin. That was funny. He's like, I'm McLovin.
I thought it was so funny that it just, yeah, that was like the joke. They were like, oh, he's McLovin.
I liked the High School Musical scene, and when the priest was like said, "I'm the priest that molested you." That made me laugh. But then the scene went on for 10 minutes of them singing like High School Musical, and I wanted to put a fucking gun in my mouth.
Is that why the movie went by so fast? The song saved me from enduring it?
Yeah, probably.
This movie
Like,
went fast
yeah.
for you guys. This movie
well,
dragged on for ages. I don't know how. I don't know. I watched it at 4 times speed at points, just because, especially the Alvin and the Chipmunk scene. I watched that on 4 times speed just because I really just wanted to get through it and over it.
For reference, I watched this while I was working, and so I wasn't eyes on the screen the whole time, but I was listening to everything and, recognizing, I was taking notes while I was still working.
And for the audience, I watched this once drunk and once sober, all in the same day. Well, in the same 24-hour period. So,
Champ.
yeah.
Absolute
Well, the
champ.
drunk part, so when I woke up, for a reference for audience, I work overnight, so I'm up all night usually. In fact, we're recording this at 4 in the morning. But
No, you're up all night because you're a gamer,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah, me too.
So I woke up my regular time, maybe like 11 p.m. or whatever. But I knew I had to watch this movie, and I was pretty not excited. So right away, I started drinking because I was like, oh, it's 11 p.m. Might as well drink. And I had like 4 shots, and I was half awake watching this movie. And about 20 minutes in, I realized I wasn't processing what was a joke and what was like the actual plot line, because it didn't make me laugh at all. And I was really drunk, so I was like, wait, why does Amy Winehouse have saber-toothed teeth? Huh? So,
Interesting. I was edging
So
during this.
you were drunk from the get-go.
yeah, no, I had like 4 shots, and then I started the movie.
See, I know that you're a heavyweight, so I wasn't sure because, like,
Well, I was half
I-
awake, too, because I had gotten like,
Oh,
I
okay.
went to bed like 4 hours beforehand. So, it was a hell.
damn, dude. Crazy.
Let's get back to The Last Airbender, because now I want to talk about this. Because this new
Yeah,
show
so-
everyone's talking about right now.
I want to say quickly, Matthew kicked this off, and I didn't get to expand on what he was saying, but very solid point, Matthew, about how all the performances are bad. I thought the only performance that was reasonably close to the show was Zuko. But
yeah,
Zuko is
hell yeah,
incredibly-
that was
Zuko-
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Zuko-
Zuko is too easy though, because Zuko is just angry at the Avatar, and like he wants to get back in the good wills of his father, and so
Yeah, and he kind of
it's not even like impressive.
Yeah,
Because, yeah, like Zuko's a teenager who has anger issues banished by his father from a kingdom. It's just too easy to play that character.
and the
Everyone
thing
else
is,
fucking sucks.
yeah, because all the comedy relief characters, which there are many,
Bro, why is it a drama? Why is it
I
all
don't
drama?
know. I have no
It's
clue.
a comedy show.
They turned it into
Like-
this like weird epic where like in the classic form of an epic where it's like a hero, he takes down this massive beast or whatever. They turned it into some weird drama thing that didn't make any sense. If you came away watching Avatar thinking that it's some drama, something super super serious, then you watched it wrong. You didn't think about it, and that's what pissed me off. It was like this is a kids show. It's a funny kids show. The plot isn't all that complex. It's not all that interesting. So why are you treating it like this? Because after he did that, it it just collapsed. The entire show completely collapses if you don't have the comedy bits and there isn't any personal engagement if the characters aren't enjoying with each other. There's no connection, there's no acting, there's no chemistry between the characters. It's just awkward silence where there should be loads of jokes and laughter and shit like that. So that's what pissed me off about this movie.
On top of that, I want to mention that, like, I feel like there was no slowing down of the pace throughout the movie until like the last half hour in the Northern Water Tribe. That was the first time I actually like got into the narrative. Like I was really trying to like just appreciate this movie by its own. It's like I watched it in theaters when it came out, and I know that it's not the same as the show, but it's like, M. Night can do what he wants, but it has to be good for the show.
Yeah.
And it was just so disappointing because he like doesn't respect the source material is what it feels like. He thinks he knows how to tell the story better, and he thinks like his little changes make it more realistic or make more sense, and they just like
The
I don't
only
know, it's
thing
totally
the only thing I liked about his directing of it was the visuals of it. The only thing, and it's the visuals. It's like the costumes they look real, and the ships look interesting, and they look like to the show. They look exactly
Hey,
how it's
guys.
supposed to.
I'm listening to you, but I don't think you're really gonna like my opinion. It seems you guys are very passionately against this movie.
Oh my
you
god!
enjoyed
What?
it. You're an Avatar enjoyer.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed The Last Airbender. I
Wow,
have
we're
not
very flipped on this.
I have not watched the show very much, the new one or the old one. Which, speaking of which, I enjoy that they have the new one. So now they have two live action versions, one with all white actors, one with all Asians. They should keep doing that. Remake it with all Hispanic actors or all black actors next.
I'd support it.
Yeah, Netflix should just go every race so everyone can watch their own one. But I mean, like, I've never seen the show. I don't watch cartoons because I'm a big man. I'm a big adult.
Big man.
But the movie was kind of just bland more than anything. I didn't hate it. I had fun enough. It was like, it felt kind of weirdly nostalgic for a period. Like, it wasn't outrageously terrible to me. It felt like same period of Chronicles of Narnia and Golden Compass and kind of bland, but it was just like a nice reminder of what movies used to be like to me.
Bro,
But-
you're telling me
I need a
you'd
beer.
put this on the
I need a
same
beer.
level
This is
as
too much,
Golden
man.
Compass and Narnia?
yeah, I would say. Well, I
Like,
mean, I
those
don't
are-
like those.
are
I don't like those movies
much
that
better.
much, but I felt they were about the same quality, which is like mediocre to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a fun experience, but it's pretty mediocre.
okay.
Um,
Hmm.
but I don't know. I mean, like I don't have the experience with you guys where I feel very connected to the show. But even in, like, if I was, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, my like belief for movies, whether it's based off true events or source material, I just don't give a shit if they follow the source material. Even if I like the source material, I'll never care. I just rather a good movie or, like Blonde. Everyone was shitting on that because it wasn't historically accurate or whatever, but I still liked Blonde. Which, you know what? Let's not say that because the audience will hate me forever for that. But I thought The Last Airbender was fine. It was goofy a bit with the fucking bending. So I was like, it's fun
Oh
enough.
my god.
You thought the goofy bending
You thought the
was
bending was
so
bad.
goofy?
That was one of the things I actually liked.
I mean, well,
again,
I
with the
think
visuals.
I think the concept of bending altogether in live action is always going to be goofy to me. I don't know if it could look cool. They probably should, but like, it was funny every time I saw it. It kept me intrigued by the movie just because the way the camera would spin. I thought M. Night shot it enough where it entertained me in those moments.
I will say the action scenes were pretty good. The only problem that I really had was the earth bending looked like it was slowed down somehow. Like, I know in a lot of the action scenes they do slow it down so you can pay attention a little bit closely to the movements, but the rocks felt weightless. I was like totally uninvested when they started the fighting scene for the Earth prisoners.
Well, see, that's the thing with that. I mean, like, most of this was like very off-putting with the performances. It's very unhuman. It almost feels like where AI movies will be eventually, where it's like the whole time the performances are very off and the visuals are very off-putting. But that's what I kind of enjoyed about it, just because it was so inhuman and like it felt like M. Night Shyamalan was probably directing this movie without even like speaking, because it's just so off-putting every part.
It's so crazy that you say you enjoy this more than Disaster Movie.
No, I think I kind of enjoy both of these equally, and I wouldn't say either of these movies are my least favorite of what we've reviewed so far.
Well,
Far Cry is definitely bottom.
No, I would go with
Yeah.
Max Payne is worse than both of these. This
No,
is above
no,
Max
no,
Payne.
no,
Oh my
no.
god. No,
Oh my God.
no.
Disaster Movie is at the bottom. We all can easily say that because it didn't even try to be a movie.
I think
It
Disaster
wasn't
Movie gets a 3
directed.
out of 10.
It wasn't
3 out of 10
directed.
stars.
You know what?
None
I'm
of
not
it-
gonna lie. Disaster Movie, in retrospect, I'm enjoying more for what it is.
They took no risks. What are you talking about? There was nothing that was interesting at all
But
about
it's
Disaster
so
Movie.
there's something to behold. Like it's like, oh my god, what? It's like it's painful, and you keep getting like dropping your mouth more and more, being like, holy shit, how did they make it more painful every scene? It's like watching
Yes, so it's like a
gore.
snuff film.
Yes.
It's like a snuff film. So it's the lowest form of any sort of movie. It is basically like watching pornography. That is what you're saying. That you liked this as a pornography. That is what this was to you.
But isn't that something to behold, that this is like something so close to like graphic exhibition in theaters, and people went to this and everyone knew it was disgusting and stupid, and people were still going in this just smacking on their popcorn fat as shit. This is like an American icon movie now. It's Americana.
It's
This
not
is Americana. I don't want to
No,
live
it's
in
not
America.
This movie
Foreign
can
movies
represent.
are not Americana.
Oh, this movie can represent what the early 2010 era was like. Truly.
No, it can't. It can't. Just watch the movies that came out during that time. Then you'll understand the parodies. Actually, don't even watch this movie. Never even touch it or talk about it. Just shove it in a corner in a dark room where you jerk off into.
It's
A
kind
cup,
of,
you know,
it should be in the National Board of Review or whatever. It's a historical movie to me.
You're right.
Yep.
Honestly, it is. I don't know if it's the first like movie with this much scope in its parody, or if Epic Movie came out before this one. But it's like, I don't know. It just does so much. I think it's funny with how much it packs in. Like in Avatar, I feel like they put in too much. Like they needed to put in everything they had to, but nothing has the space to breathe. At least I feel
which is
like
funny.
I
Because both
caught
of these
every
movies
joke
are
on
like
this.
90 minutes. both of these movies are like 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it's I don't know how they didn't have enough space to breathe on it.
That's partially
Couldn't
why
they
I
have-
liked it so much, that they were so short too. That gave it
Yeah,
bonus
you're right.
points.
Those are negative
easier
points.
to deal with.
Speaking of which, when I said it was like hitting me in the chest over and over with Disaster Movie, if you go back to our group chat, and when I first watched it, my message looked like, "What is this? Why? What the fuck is happening? It hurts. This hurts. God, why? What?" Every second is a shocking stab to my chest. And that's truly how it felt when I was watching this movie. Every single scene further, it just like made me cringe harder and hurted me more and more. It's very impressive.
So after this movie, I had to listen to Tool's song Anima, where because I want LA to burn after this movie. I don't think anything is worth saving there. It reminded me so much of that disgusting city that must be drowned, and they have to all learn to swim. Yeah, Disaster Movie was a disaster. Isn't that funny, guys?
And hey,
I-
Carlos, you
I-
know what I wanted to say to piss you off a little bit that I had thought of?
Piss me off, loser.
I kind of appreciate with The Last Airbender that they turn these kiddie cartoon movies into adult live action movies for people like me.
Fuck off, you little bitch.
Can you think of like any live action movies that are not better than the original cartoon?
What? Any live action movies that are not better than the cartoon?
Yeah, they're all better. Like Alvin and the Chipmunks,
No.
better. Ben 10 live action, better. Scooby-Doo live action, better. Flintstones live
Dragon
action,
Ball?
better. Probably better. Cat in the Hat, better. Probably, right?
Cat in the Hat. I mean, Mike Myers is fucking amazing. So
G.I. Joe,
that's a fair point.
Inspector Gadget, Gem in the
G.I. Joe is
Holograms.
worse.
Speed Racer. They made a Speed
Inspector
Racer
Jagged-
parody.
What? All of these are worse. Most
Are
of
you
these
being
are
for
worse.
real? Smurfs, Transformers, Underdog.
Smurfs.
They're all much better. They're all much better.
Oh god.
I'm out of beer. I need another beer. These
Adam's
takes-
family.
I cannot.
Morgan,
What?
you need to
I know-
embrace your inner child. You need to embrace your inner child. And
I don't
find
know.
joy.
As a kid, I enjoyed live action remakes of cartoons a lot. I watched the fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle
Scooby-Doo.
movie, Scooby Doo, Alvin the Chipmunks, Smurf. Those
At
were all
least-
bangers
At least
for me.
Scooby-Doo was good. At least Scooby-Doo was good.
Yeah, that one
You know,
holds up. That one definitely does.
Yeah, live action's good. You're right.
But not
better
all.
enough.
Not all. Especially what do you?
This
like
is probably
Inspector
better.
Gadget,
Last
really?
Airbender is probably better than the cartoon.
No, you're wrong. You're absolutely
Inspector
wrong.
Gadget is also definitely better than the fucking
cartoon-
cartoon.
The cartoon is more mature. I'll have
Last
to say that the
Airbender?
cartoon. Yeah, the Last Airbender cartoon is more mature than this movie.
It's like fake anime BS. I've never watched it, but I don't have much interest in it. You know what? They probably should have done the Ruby route instead of going to live action. They probably should have done where they actually make it into a real anime as a spinoff, like they did with Ruby.
Wait, Ruby has a spin-off?
Yeah, it's a spin-off the advertisement for it is like, this is actually an anime because it's actually being made by a Japanese studio for the spin-off.
Oh my god, it's not CG animation that looks okay at best.
It's weird. I mean, it's probably not going to go now that Rooster Teeth shut down. But
Whoops.
that's probably what they should have done
Whoopsie.
with The Last Airbender. Make it an anime.
No, they shouldn't have. Because there's nothing that needed to change about that original series. There wasn't a need for sequels or anything else to be done. It was just self-contained easily. I don't understand it.
But the
I hate-
world,
I hate
the
sequels
world's
so
so
much.
good.
I don't
The
know.
world is
Doesn't
so
it kind of
good,
feel very 2012 Cinema Sins nostalgia critic to like be like, I hate The Last Airbender. I hate Michael Bay. M. Night's
And
an
that's
idiot.
the thing. I don't completely hate
I
it.
mean,
I thought that the visuals were fine. They were at least, faithful to how it originally looked in the original show. But I just don't think that it was any good. It just removed too much of what it made The Last Airbender charming. Yeah.
So this is my question then. Do you guys generally like M. Night Shyamalan? Or is this
Yeah.
like, okay, so you like...
I've
You know,
liked
I
most.
like some of his movies. Yeah,
Like
I mean,
Signs is the best.
Sixth
I think.
yeah,
Sense?
Signs. No, Signs is I enjoy Signs more than anything else. I think that Sixth Sense is okay. Just
Okay,
because
so
it's
you look at this point in his career leading up, most people like the part of his career with Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, but then people started to hate him around this
Wait.
period. Huh?
Is Unbreakable the first in his dark superhero
Yeah,
universe?
yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched that. I've just watched
was The
Split.
Village good? I haven't seen The Village.
Oh, The Village is so fucking good. It's crazy.
The Village is when people really started to turn on him, but I watched it, and in retrospect, they were wrong. It's not that bad. It's a little goofy of a twist, but it's a rather pleasant movie to watch.
Okay.
But, so yeah, I don't think that was a reasonable point to start hating him. Lady in the Water, people really didn't like, and then The Happening happened, and that's when he became a joke, and then Last Airbender and After Earth came. And then I don't know why at this point in his career he would even go from these like horror movies, these dramas, to The Last Airbender. Why did he do a Nickelodeon movie?
Why?
I think he really, like, I don't know, dude. I remember from, I watched Nickelodeon at the time. Did I mention this in the beginning? And they
No.
did
No.
they did a little bit of like behind the scenes, not even special features, but like talking with the cast and asking them about the process. And it seems like M. Night likes the property, but like I said, I just don't feel like he respected it. He thought he could do better. And for me, it just what he added took away from the story.
I'll be
And
honest. I feel like I honestly hold M. Night with high regard. So when you say he thought he could do better, I don't think that's what he thought. I think he thought he could smoothly adapt this in movie form, because inherently you gotta change it once it's going to a different medium, right? And I don't think M. Night is like that, like reckless. I think he just is dumb sometimes with his creative decisions. I like, same with like After Earth or The Happening. It's weird period. It didn't feel like I don't think it was just I don't know how to put it.
What I think that the issue with Last Airbender is those charming, funny moments. He doesn't know how to direct them. That literally could be it.
Sure.
Just because I've never seen him make jokes in a movie. I've never seen him insert jokes in any form to any of his movies at any time. I've never seen him, have those funny, charming little moments that kind of like.
That's a good point, honestly.
Yeah, Matthew, you're big brain right here. Full retrospective of his career.
Well, let's see. He did direct the comedy Wide Awake. That was actually his first movie, but I've never actually watched it. But it has really bad reviews. But I'll watch it and come back and see how that comedy is. What were you saying with Signs, Bat?
Well, I mean, I guess with Signs, there you could feel the connection between the family and stuff, and that's what Aang was supposed to be with his other two pals, but you didn't get that at all in this movie. And that was a major issue, because those interactions between the three main characters, I'm forgetting the other two people's names, but whatever. The interactions between those three is supposed to carry a lot of the small moments in the show, the kind of downtime moments, trying to see how these characters interact with each other, I didn't get that at all. And that is kind of what pissed me off. I mean, not the most, but it pissed me off quite a bit. They didn't even get that in, which kind of suggests he didn't really think about it too much. You know, he didn't really think about, you know, how he was going to adapt it. And he doesn't even adapt any movies. He barely does it. He never does it. In fact, this is probably his own adaptation. Maybe books he's adapted, but other than that, I don't think he's ever
I think
adapted
Knock at the Cabin was based off a book. But I think besides that, you're right. I think
Yeah.
yeah, and Knock at the Cabin was not good either. I watched that. I don't know. Some people like it, but I didn't really enjoy it. M. Night. He should honestly. His good movies are all the ones that actually take place in Philadelphia. I think him filming in Philadelphia is when aesthetic is best. I mean, well, Signs is like in Pennsylvania countryside, right? But that's still good. Unbreakable, Philadelphia. It's a beautifully shot movie. Sixth Sense, same. Split and Glass, both shot in Philadelphia, really good looking. And then you look at the bad ones, and they're just like Last Airbender. Where does Last Airbender technically take place? Like, what is the lore
I mean,
with
like,
the world?
it's technically a world, I guess.
It's called Earth
It's
Kingdom in the movie, right?
No. God, it doesn't have a name.
I wish
I
you
don't
had
know
asked
what
this sooner.
No, they
They
call
didn't even
hilarious.
show it in the movie, but there's different nations. Like there's the Water Tribe. They have like they're basically tucked off in the top corner in the left. You know, they're topped off. They're in the northern part of all the world and then the southern part. They're supposed to be like the Inuits, right? And the Earth Kingdom is kind of in the middle, and then you have the Air Kingdoms. They're kind of in the outskirts of the middle stuff, and then you have the Fire Nation on its own island.
Oh, so
So-
an Earth Kingdom is the Earthbenders. Okay, when I thought they were saying Earth Kingdom, I thought that's what they called the planet for some reason.
Did you just watch
my
the
God.
intro at 4 times speed?
Dude, honestly, the opening narration sometimes I if I don't rewatch it, I'll forget. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm like, the opening actually does good at explaining the world, even though it's not as good as the anime.
Yeah, it's not iconic. It's not as iconic.
It's
Is
not
the
a-
show
why
an
didn't he
anime? It's
say-
not an anime, right? Technically, because it's
Technically
American.
not.
Uh,
Technically,
I mean,
not. No.
actually,
Anime
it's
style,
not an
almost.
anime.
Well, I
Because
remember
not
it's
from
it's
Japan.
if you remember correctly, Ben 10 was released in response to Avatar.
Was it?
So there's it was. It was
Oh,
released
okay.
in response to it because Cartoon Network needed to compete.
That actually
That
makes
is
sense stylistically, I think. Well, okay, Ben 10, 2005. I mean, I'm just looking up days. I don't know exact. Last Airbender 2005. Okay, but which February 2005 versus Ben 10 came out in December of 2005. So it could be
See?
true. It could be true. I
Oh.
don't know for sure.
Wait. But you're saying it came out in 2000? Oh, the show.
Yeah.
The show?
The show.
Yeah.
The
Right,
shows.
right. That makes more sense. I was like, that's not the fucking year, guys.
Mm, yeah.
Have we finished?
No. I wanted to see. We'll cut that. I thought it would be funny.
Long pause of silence.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys have you guys kept up with the news at all? I wanted to bring this up on this episode because, well, fuck, dude. I don't know. These
You
movies are
can't
so
talk about
ass.
Gaza.
Wait 1 second. We haven't talked about Will Smith for a second time in this episode. We need to continue the streak
When did
after
we-
Earth.
We talked about
Oh,
Will Smith
after
before.
Earth. Well,
Yeah, we did say
Hancock.
after Earth because M. Night.
Hancock.
Oh,
is
Hancock
great.
and-
Hancock
or-
is peak.
Oh, here's
After
the
Earth.
connections.
We increased the count. Okay, you can go on your thing now. That's all I wanted to say.
God, I forgot Hancock
Will
was
Smith
in
count.
Disaster Movie.
Daily Will Smith count.
Oh my god. So I was gonna ask you guys, did you guys see the Netflix live sports thing? I know this is very off topic, but this is weird culturally. Like Netflix is doing a boxing match, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Huh.
I saw that.
Is it gonna be live?
Yeah, it's going to be live
Yeah.
on Netflix, which is really weird. It's a different shift when it comes to these streaming services.
Yeah, they've never done anything live on Netflix, right?
Yeah, and they also signed a deal for WWE for next year.
What? Really?
Yeah, so it's a weird shift because, like, I mean, recently streaming services are kind of like shifting back to cable almost with their sports packages and shit. It's really weird, and I don't know. It's just weird direction for Netflix. Thanks for the response,
Anything
guys.
else? Any other news?
Well, we're bringing up news?
Not weird.
Okay.
It's not
Are you still
weird.
a big? Are you still a boxing fan? Are you a big
Yeah,
boxing
I
guy?
would say so.
He sends me messages all the time, so yeah, I think so. No response to that.
Sorry,
Interesting.
fucking-
Interesting. No,
What?
I was talking to Morgan.
What's the
Oh.
best boxing event,
The best
What's the
boxing
Morgan?
ever?
Yeah, of the past year. Of the past year.
I don't know. There has. I
hasn't
mean,
been there hasn't
not
been that
really.
many good ones.
Maybe Tyson
Oh.
Fury versus Francis Ngannou was cool.
Wait, did that actually happen?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, you missed it. Tyson Fury.
Oh wait, no. Wait, actually, I do remember that happening. I thought you were talking about the world champion where he. Anyway, I thought you were talking about the
Alexander Usyk. Oh yeah, no, that's coming up in a month.
Thank
Oh,
God,
hey,
because
wait.
this was a bad year for boxing. If I'm being completely honest, 2023 was a bad year for boxing.
A lot of people would disagree with that because I think the Ryan Garcia fight and Gervonta Davis people liked, and the Chris Eubank fight. But I don't know. That's kind of just subjective. But let's get off boxing. I was also going to bring up with you guys, because you guys brought up Enchanted. You see, so Disney brought in a new studio head, and right away the new studio head shut down like all live adaptations of the shows. I mean, like live action movies. Like, so everything's being shut down. Like Lilo and Stitch. I think they're doing another Dumbo, except for Snow White. They're still going forward with Snow White and Lion King 2.
Wait, they're doing another live action Dumbo? Why?
Well, now they're not. The lady came in and she like shut down everything.
Oh,
Wait, why
thank God.
why Lion King 2? That wasn't even released in theaters. It was a direct to DVD.
Well, no,
thing, right?
no, it's Lion King 2 for the first live action Lion King. They're not like remaking the original Lion King 2.
What? Wait, why?
I don't know. They're
mean,
just going
It's a
different
different
direction with it.
story. You
Are
gotta
they
actually
going-
make people go and watch.
Are they going to adapt another Shakespeare play?
I mean, they just did. Anyone but you. Oh wait, not
Well,
Disney.
that's the thing about the Lion King. The Lion King is an adaptation of a Shakespeare play.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
Hamlet,
remember which
right?
one, but
It's Hamlet.
Yeah.
I
It
couldn't.
is Hamlet.
Yeah, I couldn't remember Lion King the story. Well, I mean,
Winner.
they're still going forward with. It's called Mufasa, the Lion King 2. That's what they're calling it. Oh my God! The director they have for it is Barry Jenkins, the guy who did Moonlight. You guys remember that Best Picture winner, Moonlight?
such
You
a
never
snub.
watched it?
Such a snub. I can't believe that Joker was snubbed that year. Or who was it that year that was snubbed?
It was
For
La
Beauty.
La Land. Remember, it was the Oscars
Oh my
event
God! Yeah.
where
holy
they're
shit.
like, "Oh, we read the wrong
Oh my
card. It's not La La Land. It's Moonlight."
Lala Bros.
It was
Bros,
such-
you lost.
Yeah.
It was such bullshit when it happened. Oh my God. Because La La Land was clearly more culturally relevant. I've never seen a single Moonlight clip. Okay? But I've seen a million times. La
You've
La
seen
Land clip
Moonlight. I
because
made you watch Moonlight with me. You just don't remember.
I don't remember watching Moonlight at all.
It's not- I don't
made
like
me
it
watch
either.
you drugged me. If you made me watch it, you drugged me.
Well, that's kind of the
100%.
trend with the Oscars, though. Because, hey, speaking of which, Oscars weekend is... What day is today? Yeah, it's tomorrow. We should talk about that a little bit. But, the past 4 years, winners of Oscars, I think, are Coda, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I can't remember. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Coda, Nomadland,
Everywhere. Oh,
and,
okay. Everywhere, everything all at once in Coda.
and Nomad are the last three, and then Parasite, the fourth. But like you look at that and Nomadland and Coda, Jesus Christ, those movies are bad. Either you guys seen
Was
those?
Parasite better than Joker?
Ugh.
Arguably, in a different way, obviously.
No,
That's a hard debate.
I
Yeah,
know.
because they're just such different stories. Like, it's still about an underdog trying to,
Kind of.
like, one up on the power class, but it's just such a different
No, that's not what
feel.
Parasite is about. Parasite is about
No?
how gross and filthy the poor people are and how they'll steal from
Oh.
you no matter what.
Oh.
No.
Is that what you think?
That was a banger year for the movies, not gonna lie, because Best Picture nominees, Parasite, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman, Ford v Ferrari, Richard Jewell. That was a
Oh
banger
man,
year for
Richard Jewell.
movies.
That was a fantastic year.
God, when is Quentin Tarantino's next movie? I love that guy.
It's actually in, I think, the next year. I forgot who he casted for it, but it's called The Movie Critic. It's supposedly his last movie.
He says that after every movie.
I
Yeah,
think
I
this
was
one's
thinking.
actually his last one, though. I think it really is. Oh, they cast it. Hey, that's so funny. The main guy, I forgot. The main guy in The Movie Critic is the actor who played Richard Jewell. And
Interesting.
and
It
Brad
reminds
Pitt.
me of that one animated show that had a crossover with The Simpsons.
Oh,
The
The
Critic.
Critic. Yeah, that was a classic. Oh my god! In the year before fucking Parasite won, I forgot. Green Book won. Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I'm
that
a
was
Green Book fan.
You're
I
a
haven't
fan of?
watched it, though.
Oh my god! It's the movie
I
from
haven't
the
watched
guy.
it.
woke guy over here.
But isn't it based off a book from, like, an actual driver who did that? Or is it a fiction book?
It's well now, no, it's based off of a true story and a book, I believe. But even the
Yeah.
family shits on that movie. Like the movie, it's
Oh,
really
okay.
weird because it's really trying to appeal to a specific audience, the type of person who likes to watch like black like people in bad times movies like Till or 12 Years of a Slave. But even that
Or that
audience,
one movie where they lied about how black women were like mathematicians.
oh yeah, the
No,
fucking
they were
space movie,
calculators.
the
Yeah,
space
Hidden
movie.
Figures.
Yeah,
Hidden
Hidden
Figures
Figures.
is based off a real story too.
But
No, it's
well,
not. It's
Hidden
fake.
Figures has been those because those movies that like are hated now. The Green Book and um, what's it called? Green Book and Hidden
Hidden
Figures.
Figures.
Yeah, because they're hated by the exact people it's made for. Because they're called racist now. By a lot of people. I'm not sure why it's racist. I haven't seen the movies, but
Because it's like a white savior thing.
yeah, I think so. And they do make up a lot of stuff, but like it's debated, I think, by the left or whoever what is made up. I'm pretty sure because it's not a real story. Any of those, but I don't. But I think it's like a lot of the left people say it's. They made a white character that was a white savior, and then some other people say otherwise.
I see.
Okay. Let me screen share the wheel.
Let's pray. Let's pray that we don't get another punishment wheel this week.
I kind of would rather a punishment wheel than whatever this is. You guys
I
see the
wanna
video
move on
game
to
wheel,
the
right?
next wheel.
Yes.
I would
we
like
see it.
to.
Yeah,
get
I'm kind
to
of
the
a.
next.
Hey, speaking of which, we have a bunch of wheel ideas for the audience. That should we do a wheel to spin what the next wheel is? I kind of.
Upvote this video
Huh?
if you think we should put. Upvote the video if you think we should put the wheels on the wheel to spin
Well, I'm
per
asking
wheel.
you guys. What do you think? Should we? I mean, does that sound good? I feel like that's the best way to determine.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think it's a good idea. It's thematic.
I mean, I like
Mhm.
wheels a lot. Okay, you guys ready
I
for a
love
video game
wheels.
wheel?
Yep.
Turn in my direction.
As always, what do you guys want? Carlos, what do you want?
I still think I want FNAF, and I I would want to watch the fucking not Mortal Kombat. What was that other option above it?
Above Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Yeah, those two would be a good pairing for me.
What about you, Matt?
Laura Croft.
Okay. Okay, and then Matt, you're picking, right? If we get to pick one, because Carlos went, I went.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to you.
No punishment. No punishment. No punishment. No punishment.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
No whammies.
Okay, you guys ready? No, no punishment, no punishment, no punishment, no punishment, no punishment.
No punishment, please. God, no punishment.
Oh, Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Okay, Matt, what do you want to pick with it?
Monster Hunter and Laura Croft, baby. Yeah.
Woo! Monster Hunter and
Awesome.
Lara
Epic.
Croft.
Titties. 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 Titties.
Oh shit! I accidentally spent the wheel again.
I'm hard already. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oops,
This doesn't
oops.
count. This
It doesn't
this
count.
doesn't count.
Oh, it landed
This
on
doesn't
Mortal
count.
Kombat. Oh, it doesn't count. I just accidentally spinned it. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, look how small the wheel is, guys. We got
Yep.
one. Oh, we have 3 episodes left. This is gonna be fun.
Nice.
Okay, see ya, audience, next week. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I
Mm.
just noticed 90% of you guys aren't subscribed. Please subscribe if you hope to see this channel grow.
By the end of the year, we want to bring it down to 40%.
Did you just hit it again?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know. It's fun to spin wheels.
True that. Do you have a wheel with all the wheels yet?
No, not yet. I will.
We need to get this motherfucker a fidget spinner. Like and subscribe.